A friend of mine who knows that I crochet gave me an item that she said, I would like to make one of these, but I need a pattern, a written pattern. I can't just look at it and see how it's done. And she knew that I did this kind of stuff, and she said, can you please write me a pattern? This is a little shoe, little slipper. It's quite unique. It's made with 1, 2, 3, 4 granny squares. And the granny squares are really straightforward and simple. They're basically all of the same pattern. You just make one of them bigger than the others. So I said, well, if I'm going to write the pattern, maybe I can do a video and include the pattern with the video, and there will be, the pattern will be below in the descriptions. So how do we go about it? Well, let's look at it. Starts in the middle, like most granny squares do. It's got 3 double crochets on each of the 4 sides, and it's got a chain 3 here to make the corner. I'll show you how to do that. First off, because it's a little shoe and this point's going to be under a lot of stress, I'm going to use a chain to start it with and not the magic circle, because I just don't trust it with a lot of stress on it. So we're going to start with a slip knot, and I figure 3 or 4 chains should be big enough to put 12 stitches in. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4 stitches, and we're going to go back here and we're going to slip stitch into that first chain. Now I need a chain 3 to act as my first double crochet. There we go. Now I want 2 more double crochets here. We got 1, 2. Okay, now that's one side. I need to make a corner, and the corners are 3 chains. 1, 2, 3. Now I need to go back in and make the next side, which would be 3 double crochets. 1, 2. Okay, there's 3, a corner, 3, chain 3, 3 more double crochets, if you notice, I'm working that tail in as I go, just letting it run around the circle. Oops. Okay, we got the 4th side done. Let's make the 4th corner with a chain 3. And now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into that first chain 3. And we're going to separate out the chain 3 and slip stitch into it. There we go. Alright, that's row number 1. And as you can see already, we have a nice little square. So we're going to chain to the next row. That would be 1 double crochet or a chain 3. And then we're going to double crochet in each of the double crochets from the row before. Now, this pattern requires that we increase 4 stitches on each side. 2 on this side and 2 on this side. So in the chain 3 corner, we're going to make 2 double crochets. That will increase 2 on one side. And then we're going to chain 3 to make a new corner. Okay, and then starting the next side, we're going to put 2 more double crochets in. Now, you must be careful right here. It's easy to cover up this stitch, but we need 1, 2, 3 more double crochets to finish that side. Okay, now we need 2 more because we're going to add 2 stitches on this side. So we do 2 more double crochets in that corner, make a new corner with a chain 3, and then start the next side with 2 double crochets in that corner. Okay, let's look at what we've got so far. All right, we started out with 3 double crochets. Okay, on the row up, there's a double crochet for each of these. We added 2 double crochets on either side, so now we have 3 plus 2 plus 2, or 7 double crochets here. Let's finish off the round, and I'll be right back. I'm ready to join this round to that first chain 3. I want to count and make sure I have the right number of stitches because it's easy to mess this up at this point. So I should have 7 stitches on this side. Here's my corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is my chain 3, but it counts as a double crochet. And I'm going to slip stitch, and it looks quite nice now. Next row. The little squares only have 3 rows. And so we're just going to chain up with 3 double crochets, and we're going to duplicate the row, adding 2 at each side at the corners. Now notice, when I do this row, I'm going to be doing a double crochet and a double crochet here, so it's not going to be at the end. My beginning of the row is kind of in the middle here. I will go around and show you how to do that. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to add 2 more double crochets in the corner on each of these sides and make another corner with the chain 3. Oops, 1 more. And I'll finish this row and we'll look at it. Okay, don't miss this stitch. It's easy to miss. What's going on there? Okay, that was my last double crochet from below, so we're going to add 2 more double crochets and make a new corner. Okay, let's look at it. Okay, we had 7 double crochets below, so this time we should have 2 extra here and 2 extra there, which would come out to be 11. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm doing fine. I'll finish this row and be right back. I finished that round. Now, my friend's feet are a little bit too big for this, just a little bit. So I'm going to put an extra row on here, not a whole row, a half a row, because she only needs a little bit more room. And so instead of doing double crochets, I'm going to do single crochets. And I'm going to do it just the way I did before. Only a single crochet is just a chain 1 is sufficient. And I'm just going to single crochet all the... Single crochet, not double. I'm going to single crochet all the way around to give her maybe a 1/4 of an inch all the way around, which will become about a 1/2 an inch when all the sides are put together. when I get to the corner, I don't need to make a new corner, so I'm just going to do three single crochets in the corner to duplicate the chain 3, and being careful to not miss that stitch. I'm going to go all the way around, and I'll be right back. Okay, I made it all the way around, and I slip stitched into that beginning chain. All I have to do now is finish off and cut my yarn. Now, I need 3 of these squares, this size, for each shoe, so that becomes 6 squares. Now, the larger square, if you look at it closely, and I think you can see it, try to show it to you. Okay, it's the same square. It's just that each time we make a new round, we're going to increase the number of stitches on that side by 4. So this side has 3, 4 more is 7, 4 more is 11, as in this one, 4 more is 15, then 19 and 23. Now, this only has 6 rows, so I need to make 2 like this, and I'll be back, and I'll show you how to put them together.